Hello, everyone. Welcome to another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth with your host, Zach Kias and the Fifth General. Zach Kias, what up, man?
Hey, oh yeah,
Yeah, man. The big one yesterday, man. Boxing match, man.
long ago, yeah,
Two of the best active boxers in this era, modern era. Went head to head. Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez.
mm-hmm.
Let me drop a bomb this one. You know what I'm saying? A round of applause for both of these brothers, man. Great fighter, Canelo Alvarez. Great fighter. Dominated his most active weight class for so long. For so long.
Yeah.
Terence Crawford dominated his weight class. Okay,
no losses. Just,
undefeated, and he bulked up. Went from lightweight to super middleweight, man. Didn't miss a step. I would say, and I was having this conversation with a good brother of mine earlier this afternoon. I would say this was the biggest fight since Mayweather and Pacquiao.
Yeah, this was a big one on Netflix. This was a big one. This was a big one. Yeah.
On that level.
Almost like a match, yes.
Before we we're going to talk about the fight, but we're also going to get into a topic later on. But we want to give Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez their flowers. You know what I'm saying? So, but before we get into that, just surprising news. So, as we're recording this on today is September 14th.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Yes.
So for those who are gonna watch this, it's not live, okay? And right before, I got my good brother up here next to me on the screen. A Hall of Famer boxer by the name of Ricky Hatton passed away today. This is according to the New York Times. Ricky Hatton, British boxer and former world champion, dies at 46.
Wow.
The British authorities said that the boxer, who retired in 2012, was found unresponsive at a home in Greater Manchester. Manchester is in England.
England, yeah. Wow.
He was found Sunday morning, September 14th. His body. And approximately, the police, a member of the public called the police at 6:45 a.m. their time, according to the statement, which did not identify the individual. According to police rules, they are not currently believed to be any suspicious circumstances. Hatton retired in 2012 after a 15-year professional career that included World Boxing Association light welterweight titles and welterweight world championships. He finished 45-3 in 48 bouts. Great record.
Yeah.
For those who know about Ricky Hatton is for real. He was for real. You know what I'm saying? With 32 knockouts. He was famous for all his all-out fighting style, taking unnecessary punches in search of crowd-pleasing knockout. For those who remember that him versus Floyd Mayweather. Yeah. He could take a punch, you know?
Yeah. Didn't know the brother passed. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, this happened. Yeah, man. It's let me just read and then I'll be done. So I want to get to his accomplishments. The article doesn't speak anymore on his death per se. But I want to get to his accomplishments because he was a well-accomplished boxer. Well-accomplished boxer. You know what I'm saying? And he had a great career, man.
Yeah.
Great career. I was able to see a few of his fights. And great career. So yeah, man, 48-3, 32 knockouts.
That's a great record, yeah.
You know, heck yeah. Like welterweight, classes. Let me go to his titles.
Yeah, man, kind of remind me.
It lists all of his. Go ahead, Zacchaeus. I'm sorry, because you know who he is. Go ahead.
Yeah, this is shocking to me because it's almost like the UFC fighter from Bahamas that passed away unexpectedly. Yeah.
What's his name?
His name is I got Razor Bull. Let me see. I can find it for you right away. Bahamian. Bahamian UFC fighter. Yeah, Kimbo Slice. So
yes, back in the day,
yeah. So this is shocking. You know, sometimes we got to go and get ourselves checked out because sometimes we can be so busy, and it's important to get ourselves once in a while. I advise I advise brothers out there. I advise myself. I advise us out there. Get ourselves checked out. I didn't know that. I didn't even hear this news, man. And if you ever watch this video,
it's
recent, yeah, just recent, dude. I just heard it today. If you watch his videos on YouTube, I watched some of his videos on YouTube. Fight, he's good. He's a good technical fighter. And one of the most famous fights is that I've known about is the one with Mayweather. But yeah. But I knew he was from London. I knew he was a great fighter. And I don't even know if he had a family or not. Condolences to his family, extended friends. Rest in peace to him. I didn't know that. Wow, it's crazy.
Man.
We just never.
He fought. It's one of his other, other than Mayweather, his other famous fight was against Pacquiao and Castillo. Urango, Collazo, Malignaggi.
Yes.
And amongst many others. And he was a great fighter, man. Can't take nothing away from him. I'm trying to get all of his, so I want to make sure that I have his accurate
information,
belts because
yes.
I just want to read that for everyone, but he held so it looks like I'm able to get some of them here. I don't know why this is not coming up the way it should, but it looks like I got something here. It says that IBF title, ring title, light welterweight championship, WBA welterweight championship, IBO, WBU, IBF. Let's see, IBF and the ring, and 05, WBU light welterweight champion from 01 to 04. That's a good record for you to hold that belt down for that many years.
Yeah,
we talking about boxing here, He also got the ring light welterweight. Wait, I already read that. My bad. WBA welterweight champion. And for those who know about the WBA, man, that's a big one, right? WBC's another one, but I don't know if he got any WBC belts here. But anyway, Great.
Yeah.
Great fighter. Rest in peace to him. Condolences to his family. They're not ruling out the cause of death exactly.
Yeah, because
they're saying that it appears to be no foul play. So I guess as of now, it's whatever natural causes or whatever. I don't want to like put anything out there that hasn't been said. But for those who are immersed in the world of boxing, you know who Ricky Hatton is.
Yeah. There's man fifth. There's people still putting out. They're gonna put the conspiracy theorists are still putting out. They will put up that he made a blood sacrifice, man. And
well, I don't think that's appropriate. I get what you're saying, but I don't think that's. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
They always do it.
Yeah. Yeah, I get what you're saying, but I don't think it's appropriate to always go there, because I mean, it's not like the man had any look, he was a boxer.
Yeah.
So I mean, what it's not like he was out there shaking up making any noise anywhere else in his in outside of boxing that would make a threat to anything of significance. He was just a professional fighter. He was 46 and he's no longer here with us. So I don't think it would be appropriate for anybody to jump to that. I'm just saying, some people die young.
Yes.
It's not always, and I don't have a this man had been chilling for years. Okay, I haven't heard Ricky Hatton's name in years until today. So it's not like there's anything. I'm just saying there's anything that I could think of that he has done that is controversial between the time he retired in 2012 till now in 2025. To be quiet from 2012 to 25 doesn't tell me, right? That's a long time to be quiet.
Yeah, right? Not saying nothing. Yeah. Not even a podcast, nothing.
Right. So then I don't see why there would be a conspiracy talk. But then again, right now, I just want to respect him and his family.
Yeah.
I'll drop a bomb for him, a respectable bomb for Ricky Hatton. Now, I want to get into current boxing.
Yeah.
I saw last night, Zacchaeus, textbook boxing at its finest. It was a beautiful sight. Beautiful sight. Canelo is a legend. I've never, one of the things about Canelo, right? Because I'm a big fan of both of these guys, but they were in different weight classes. I never thought they would fight.
That's why they call it a dream match,
Yeah. This is the fight that surprised me. Because I never had a conversation on who's better, Bud or Canelo. I never had those conversations because they were in different weight classes. There was no need to have that conversation. One was the man in his lane, and the other one was the man in his.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? I understood the Earl Spence. Who's better, Earl Spence Jr. and Crawford, because they were in the same weight class, so that made sense.
Yes.
Right. But and we all know how that turned out. Crawford came out of that victorious. Not even a debate. But we never really had a conversation about Canelo and Crawford. I'm telling you, the boxing world community had to be faced with this conversation before the fight happened. And we didn't want to, because we love both of these guys. They were in different weight classes. It's like Mike Tyson and Roy Jones Jr. Although they did fight an exhibition match in their late career, but in their primes, they were in different weight classes.
Yes.
So, there wasn't no conversation of I wonder Bernard Hopkins versus Holyfield. No, different weight classes.
Different weight classes.
You know what I'm saying? So we never even did this. But no, I think this was great. This was an exciting. The lead up to this was exciting, and this was great for the culture of boxing. Zacchaeus, your thoughts?
For the longest time, like heavyweight bouts was not exciting for the longest time. No weight classes were exciting for the longest time, and for this to come about out of the Crawford versus Canelo, it was like a sight to see, because here is two guys in they're legends in their own class, right? They're legends in their own class, and I've been watching Canelo for a long time. Alvarez, watching him for a long time and seeing how he's a technical fighter, and I've been watching, catching off and on Crawford, Terence Crawford for a little while to see, for a little while, but I like his fighting style. I always said that. I like his fighting style. So this would be very interested for the two worlds to collide.
Yep.
Two worlds to collide. Now, if you ask me about the Tyson and
right.
Mission fight coming up, I'm like, I don't know. It sounds strange, but I don't know. But but the Canola and Crawford fight.
Yeah.
Crawford fight. That was something to see. I stayed up all night and I watched it till 2 a.m. in the morning, and I said, man.
Yeah.
Wow. It was. I didn't expect nobody to get knocked out. I just seen the punches that Crawford threw at him. It was like, and his dodges was like, I'm like, man. Yeah.
They were phenomenal, man.
Phenomenal in the ring. Both of them. So it was a hard decision. Yeah. But of course, Crawford scored more and got more hits in, and that's what it is. Yeah. And you can see it on the
He had I'm gonna give it back to you, the mic. He had a great strategy. I noticed something in this match, right?
Yeah.
So he appeared to edge out Canelo the first 4 rounds. It looked easy, but I want people to understand that's not easy. Canelo is scary because he has knockout, like his punching power is for his weight class. He has punching power. He has speed too. Now, people know Canelo. He's fought longer, although Bud is a few years older than him, but he's fought more bouts. I mean, Canelo is now 63-4 with 2 draws and 39 knockouts, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
That's a lot. Yes. That's a lot. That's a lot of fights. Floyd Mayweather retired his official sanctioned matches, 50-0. Not counting these exhibition matches he's had after that. 50, which is a tremendous record. Can't nobody take that away from Mayweather. Mayweather, yes, is a GOAT.
Yeah.
Of his time. He's the GOAT of his time. Canelo already had been a GOAT of his time before he fought Crawford. Crawford was a GOAT of his time. Now the whole thing is like 2 GOATs came together of one class to this class. Right now, Terence Crawford is looking like the best fighter in the world right now.
That is crazy.
42-0.
His style is crazy. Yeah, 42-0. Yeah.
Which is a record for nobody to sneeze at.
No, exactly.
42-0. No, and no draws, none. 42-0 and 36 knockouts, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. What a record! That's
outstanding, man.
Yeah, he's already a Hall of Fame already. So Canelo's already a Hall of Fame already.
I'm gonna say this, Zacchaeus, and then we're gonna get on to our next subject. I'm gonna let you close out this subject, okay? So I was talking to a good brother of mine earlier today, and I said to him, I think they both can retire. Canelo did not need this fight because Canelo was already solidified. Okay, I would say Crawford too, right? Because Crawford did not have to move up weight classes to fight Canelo, but he felt like Canelo's the best fighter in the world, and for me to be the man, I have to beat the man. Ric Flair reference.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And respect to Canelo for even taking this fight, because Canelo could have said, "I'm not fighting you. I'm going to go home and be with my family and go to sleep at night."
Right.
But now, Bud don't have to chase anybody. People got to chase him. I felt that before this fight. But when it comes to big money, I think Crawford, I'm not in Crawford's mind. I can't tell a man what to do. But this is what you call retiring. If he does retire, this is retiring on a high note.
Yes.
This man can walk away being an undefeated, undisputed champion. Three-time undisputed, four-time, whatever. Three-time undisputed. I've never been. Okay. Never took a loss.
Right.
This man made history. I think they said that he's the first boxer to move up that many weight classes and win like that on his first fight.
Yeah.
Canelo had all these titles, man. You know what I'm saying? So you had to go through him to get it. You know what I'm saying? And Crawford already had titles from his weight class.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So look, I'm telling you, this is. I'm happy for Bud. I'm happy for Canelo. Canelo, respectfully, and listen, Canelo may have lost this fight, but this man, don't get it twisted. This man is a legend. He is one of the best fighters of all time. He is on many people's Mount Rushmore. He's not on mine. Well, let's put it like this. If we're talking weight class, he's on one of mine, but I mean, I have favorite boxers, but he's not like my top four. But if I was going by weight class, then then it'd be a different conversation. Then I would have to think about it.
Right.
But I would just say that this man is a nice gentleman, because there was no love lost, heat, or anything between them two. I mean, very humble, man. They shook hands at the end of the press conference, because they make you take all those pictures of those titles as a prop after you win, right? Mm-hmm. And then what happens is, at the end of that, the World Boxing organizations that give you those titles, they will make you one personally, and then that's the one you keep for life, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what happened was, Bud at the end of the press conference came and he gave Canelo those belts back, because Crawford knows that they got to make belts for him anyway. That doesn't mean he's not the champion. It just means that the belts that he gave that to Canelo, hey, take that, whatever, right? They all get their own personal ones.
Right.
Class act.
Right.
Class act.
Yes.
And I said, if he fights again, only if Canelo wants a rematch. That should be the only fight Crawford should take, because that's going to be the only one that the money that somebody's going to pay money for, the big money.
Right.
There's not a bigger fighter than Canelo that Crawford could fight that would make this fight more important. There just isn't. That person does not exist. No disrespect to nobody in the boxing world, but there's not another fighter out there right now that is bigger than Canelo that Crawford could fight and earn more money with that. I mean, maybe, I don't know, but if we're talking about a marquee monumental fight, there isn't nobody else. So it would have to be Canelo again. If it's Canelo 2, that's the fight Crawford should take. If not, Crawford should retire or gracefully just take some rest, at least for a year.
Yeah. Yeah. People, this is a highly anticipated fight. So, everybody, a lot of people stayed up just to watch it on Netflix, and I had to do it because I know me and my son had to watch it. We was like, oh, we got to see this fight. Oh, we got to see this fight. Oh, we got to see this fight. Oh, we got to see this fight, because it was, to me, it was like the fight of the time. this year of the year, fight of the year. Because let's face it, when was the last time you heard a boxing match making noise? Unless it's UFC, but when was the last time? So this was definitely a must watch and a must see, and they're both legends in their own class, all the famous.
Yeah.
So, and in that note, yes.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we're gonna move on to our next topic, man. Hey, I would say this is a nice fight to rewatch too. There are not many it's been a while. It's been years since I can say, hey man, there's a really good fight that has good replay value. Some fights are one and done, but the best fights are fights that you could rewatch. Like you could rewatch Ali, Frazier, Foreman,
of course,
Roy Jones, Mike Tyson, Holyfield, Riddick Bowe. Like they're Bernard Hopkins. They're fights. Mayweather, Ricky Hatton, rest in peace, who we just talked about, and Bud. There are fights that they had. Pacquiao. There are fights out there that are rewatchable.
Sugar Ray,
and this fight, Sugar Ray, Sugar Shane, Zab. I mean, there are fights that are rewatchable. Marvin Hagler, Tommy Hearns.
Tommy Hearns.
This is gonna be one of those fights that are rewatchable. All rounds. Yeah. It was inspirational, man.
Yeah.
I'm not a boxer, but watching that makes you want to box. I mean, respectfully, of course. You know what I mean? The sport of boxing.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something, man. I know you personally. You and your son love boxing, right? I like the fact that he got into boxing because of you, right?
Yeah, he like fighting. He like
the I mean, well, he likes combat sports because he also likes he also likes MMA and he also likes pro wrestling, right?
Pro wrestling, yes.
I definitely know he likes pro wrestling. Definitely.
Yeah.
But in your opinion, if you were, whether your son, whether it be somebody that wants to inspire to be boxing, this is the match that you would show them, right? So they can study. Yeah.
Yes. Easy. Yeah. Yes. Easy. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. This would be one of them. Yeah. Yeah. I just say go on YouTube, look at Canelo and look at Crawford. That's it.
Yep. There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna get into our next subject, brother. You sent me this video. I watched it in its entirety, but I was a bit distracted. Yeah. So I'm going to have to play it through and see how we can work this out. So the title of this video is Why Women Don't Want Good Men. Yeah,
big up to me and my boy Ray talked about this video and everything. Big up to him, man. Yeah.
I'm gonna just play.
As men, period. Like I cannot do it. The moments tell me that he work a job, the way I'm disgusted. And it's not even on purpose. Like, and don't let him have been there for some years. Like, this is not a stepping stone for you. This is your career. That's not for me. And I get it. It probably sounds ignorant, probably sound crazy. But we always end up bumping heads because you take your money way too serious. You work way too hard for your money. So the way that I like to get into pockets and the way I'm a type of woman, it's not going to work because since you work so hard for your money, you're going to have a hard time dishing it out.
The difference between a boring man and an exciting man is that a boring man will not have 2 and 3 women pregnant at the same time.
Hey, man, before we get to that, Zacchaeus, that woman is a low-grade gutter snipe.
Hey, bro, come on now, dog. Come on, man.
I'm sorry.
for her to talk like that. What's your opinion on a woman like that, man?
Okay, let me get my composure. A lot of men work hard. A lot of us work hard for our money, man. And why?
Yes.
And why should we give it up to just give it up? Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Even a rich man be like, why should I just give it up? Just give it up because you're pretty and you're a woman, and you feel delusionally entitled. Okay, like you deserve that money that we work so hard for, and because you bite your eyelashes, your fake eyelashes, and you walk with a strut, and you have your hips and and you think that we're supposed to be like, okay, and you got some beautiful hips. Okay, this money is the way how you look. This money is yours, and I think that's what she expects. So delusional. Woo!
She said you work way too hard for your money, and the kind of woman that I am, you notice she put her hand out. So she's a begging woman.
Yeah. Yes.
You see what I'm saying?
Yes.
But she thinks this Zacchaeus. This woman and women who are like her, they think this is a flex. This is very disrespectful and disappointing. And it makes other women look bad. Look, there are so many things that other men do that make men look bad. We already know that. Yes. Oprah, Ricky Lake, Jenny Jones been talking about these kind of men for years. We already know that.
Yes.
Lifetime Movie Channel, Oxygen make movies. There's industries based off of making movies and entertainment about what dudes do wrong. We already know that.
We already know that. Yeah.
But not enough attention on the women like this, and so this is not good. This is. I mean, she's just some woman on the internet, so we're not going to say all women.
Yeah.
But what I don't like is women like this teaching other women to aspire to be that way. That's dangerous.
That's dangerous. Yeah. That means you're working too hard for your money. Yes, we work hard for our money.
Yes. Well, even the man. Well, she's trying to make it seem like even the man with money, doesn't work hard for his money. Of course he does. It took a lot to get
where you gotta go. Yeah,
let me just say this real quick, Zacchaeus. I don't think people understand. Well, I don't think women like her understand. Wise people, this ain't to you. Don't get offended.
Yeah,
I don't think women like her understand, and then men who may think like this woman too, because there are men out here who think like that too.
Yeah,
I don't think they understand the level of work that it takes to make high earning income. If you didn't inherit it, okay, where you had to get it out you had to shine through. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they understand the level of sacrifice, blood, sweat, tears, and years, and maybe fighting a few fears.
Yes.
I don't think people understand that's what it takes. And the roundabout to what you said, I'm going to do all of that just so I can give that to you. Who are you?
Exactly.
To be worthy of that.
Exactly.
Women like her everywhere. What makes her so special?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Go ahead, Zacchaeus.
No, you see, the thing is that some people, we're living in an era and a generation right now, in an era that people are delusionally entitled, and they feel and they like to lean on other people to see, I have you. No, I don't have you. It's hard to get $1 out here. It is hard to get $1 out here. Into work for a pimp. It is hard to get $1 out here. It is hard. So sweating, busting your hump, years, like what you said, Fifth. I love the way how you put it. Years, sacrifices, fears, fights, just to get the kind of commission that you're getting. And I'm gonna just give it to you because You come with a pretty face, but there's a million pretty faces out there. What makes you so special? Okay, that's my answer to her. And I want her to, when I ask her that question, I would like her to answer me, because some people feel that they deserve it. Some people feel that your hard-earned money should go in their pocket. Some people feel that your hard-earned earnings and what you sacrifice to get that should automatically be given to you because I'm a lady. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. And to even think like that, this is why some ladies are single, because of thoughts like that. Lean with the bag. Forget about the character and lean with the bag. It keeps you single. You'll be 40, your 40 becomes 50, your 50 becomes 60. And the only thing that you have company is you may get a few pets. You may have one of cats or two cats meowing you, and that's it. That's as far as it goes. Yes, because your cave will be cobwebs. Do not do it to yourself. We're just saying. We're just saying. Yeah.
I'm gonna play some more, brother.
Okay, go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Go back a little more.
Pregnant at the same time. A boring man and an exciting man is that a boring man will not have 2 and 3 women pregnant at the same time. That's the difference. So you call him boring because he's not running the street every single night. You call him boring because he's not chasing drama. You call him boring because he's super consistent. So let's keep it real a second on exactly what exciting means when it comes to a man. So you get late night calls from other women exposing him, asking you why your man is in their bed at 2 a.m. in the morning. You walking into places getting confronted by women that you didn't even know existed because he told them the same lies he told you. You hypersensitive over checking his phone because deep down, you know you ain't the only one and you know you just one of many. Let me break it to you. That is not excitement. That is nothing but stress and heartbreak that's dressed up like it's fun. Meanwhile, the boring man is steady and he at home in the bed. Think about it. Consistency is what keeps a roof over his head and maybe yours. And always understand stability is what raises kids, it builds futures, and keeps a happy home. And most of all, let's talk about peace. That's simply priceless. Let's be clear. Stability in a boring man, he's not going to leave you crying after you have a baby. He's the one that's going to build structure and not stress. Because all money spends green, you will understand after the excitement fades. So understand that peace is everything in a boring man. So if that chaos and drama still excites you, I'm going to keep it real with you. That means that you are immature and you're definitely not built to be a wife.
Well,
I told you I was going to follow that video up. The YSL lawyer lady getting with the...
She didn't tell a lie.
No, she said she dropped jewels in the truth. Yeah.
Zacchaeus, I'm gonna let you respond. Go ahead. You respond first and speak on all of those points she said. You were able to catch all of those points, right?
Yeah. Some people are simply this. Some people don't want peace in their life. Some people are attracted. If you notice, some people are attracted to drama, right? Some people are attracted to drama. And some women, believe it or not, even in the church, I gotta keep it real, Fifth. They are attracted to some men that have baby mama drama in their life. Baby mamas. They're attracted to that. So we gotta look at all aspects of it. We gotta look at how women that welcome drama in their life, and they say that they always say that they want a good man. They always say that they're looking for somebody that they can settle down with. Actions speak louder than words. Actions speak louder than words. And you're attracted to a man that have kids. with different baby mamas, and all of a sudden now he's a man that God sent you. That's a man that God sent to you, and you're saying, Lord, I've been looking, I've been praying. I've been praying for a man. And he finally come. And then he comes, and then you find out that he has 2 baby mamas. And he still has drama with them. And he has drama with his baby mamas. There's no peace. And all of a sudden now, you're falling in love with him. All of a sudden now, you're attracted to him. All of a sudden now, you wanna have more kids on top of what he has. Some people fifth like chaos. They welcome chaos and a boring, and if you have minimal drama, let's say 2% drama in your life, meaning you're a man of integrity, you're a man that use wisdom, you're a man that's following the biblical principles, most importantly, and you're a man that basically just doing to do what's right and using God's principles and wisdom and structure in your life. And she don't want that. You know what she calls you? Boring. Boring, because you don't spend up all your money buying Birkin bags for her, and you're kind of against her, going on social media, shaking her 2 cheeks up in the air just to get attention on social media. She's going on Facebook, she's going on Instagram, she's going on TikTok just to get views and attention. And because you're against these things, and she becomes confrontational. And then when she becomes confrontation to you, she disrespects you on top of that. Because she remember she wants a guy that has drama. Why? To hide her flaws. And trust me, she wants a guy that has drama. She's attracted to drama because she's trying to hide whatever she's doing, whatever sticky stuff she's doing. You think she wants a man with structure in his life? No, she don't want a man with structure in her life. She want a man to have like what she's quote unquote say, but at least he came to the church now. Jerome got 3 baby mamas, but you know what? Fifth? I love him. You're in love with him. You're in love with a guy that has 3 baby mamas or 4 baby mamas. You're in love with him. But the guy that's right next to you, God has put in your space, and you turn him down. Why? Because he's a man that's disciplined. He's a man that's following the principles of the Bible. He's a man that has structure in his life. And to him, he's not attractive. And he has no baby mama drama. He has no kids. And you call him weird. You might, and I heard this before, if you might even call him gay, because he's like, oh, he's of age. And he ain't got no kids. Oh, he's of age. And he ain't got.
What is that?
And he ain't got no, he's never been married before. He got no kids, and he's of age. Oh no, he's weird. I heard some women say, oh, it's a weird dude. I don't want to be with him. But they're attracted to the man that has all these little dramas. He has no integrity. He brings drama to your door. He has women calling his cell phone or texting him at 2 a.m. in the morning. You're always checking his phone. That's the kind of drama you want. You're always checking his phone to see who is this? Who is this? Who is this? That's the kind of life that some of these women want to live. They be like, who is this? Oh no, you gotta tell me who this is. Getting in his face about the girl they call him, but they knew that he was sleeping with different women. She's just a side piece. They didn't know and they had their little side pieces here and there. To be honest with you, Fifth, it is normal for some men to have side pieces with these women. It is normal. For these women that love drama in their life, it is normal for a man to have side pieces. They made it a norm. They made it a norm.
Yeah.
They made it a norm. And it's sad. And this is what keeps them single, because what keeps them single? Sometimes God puts people in your radar. Sometimes he puts people right there. A decent man. He has a steady job. He has integrity. He's following the principles of the word of God. He's all of this. But you know what? He's too boring. He bores me. Oh, he's weird. Oh, he has no kids. How old are you? 30-something years old? And you got no kids? Nah. But yet, the man, you said that's God telling you that man that has 4 baby mamas. Make that make sense.
Well, Zacchaeus, if I can interject, when I was 30, I was either 30 or 31 at the time, right?
Yeah.
I think 30. And I remember a woman asked me if I had any kids, right? I said, no. Do you know that woman said that? No, she said, you have any kids? I said, no. She goes, have you ever been married before? She goes, no. And then she said that I was a red flag.
That's exactly what.
Y'all killing me with this.
That's exactly what we're talking about. You're a red flag. I ain't got no drama in my life. So, I ain't got no drama, so I'm a red flag. So Fifth, if you had like baby mama drama, if you was a ex-convict, you know what I'm saying? If you served some time, or if you had like girls calling you left and right, and you're drama filled and everything like that, and you're a thug, she would have been attracted to you. Fifth, that day she would have said, Fifth, I am falling in love with you. Ow! And you've been married like 4 times already. She'd be like, I'm in falling, and you have someone like 5 kids. You'd be like Shorty Low and the 7 baby mamas. She is falling in love with you. And she goes to the
Zacchaeus. And Zacchaeus, I thought a man being of that age, not married and not having kids yet, was a catch.
You would think,
that's what I thought. At least that's the perspective of men for other men. But women are wired very differently. I'm not saying women were created this way, but they were definitely, but they were definitely influenced upon.
Yes.
And a lot of women have this thing that they don't want a guy's not valuable to them unless other women want them.
Stupid. Use your common sense.
Okay, let me tell you that's what a lot of them are. You know how many women? Real quick. You know how many women out there, and they can't prove me wrong. And some of them be capping if they did. There are so many women out there have told me that they don't want a virgin, right? They don't want a virgin, but they don't want a hoe. I told these women, well, you're already confessing with your mouth and putting it out there that you don't want a virgin, right? You want him to have experience. You don't get to dictate how much experience he has before you get to him, because that's what you're asking for. So be careful what you ask for. But many men will tell you that they'll marry a virgin. Of course, she's been with nobody, right? And she's still, able to learn, This is someone who could work with you. You know what I'm saying? Right? So women don't. I don't know what women were taught, but when it comes to sexuality, women don't care about a man's past. But men, we care about a woman's past because this is how we think. We're very different from women.
It's facts. Yeah.
Men have what you call predictive insight. And that is the things that you have done in the past could determine how you do things in the future. That does matter. We're better at that than women when it comes to that level of thinking. Women more so have this thing about, well, it matters more where he's going than where he started. Okay. Until you run into some problems and then you're wondering why. Well, what? You know what I'm saying? Because you're telling this man who you wanted, ma'am, to be sexually experienced. And with sexual experience comes sexual desire. For not only for you, ma'am, but for other women too.
As well. Yeah,
so if that's what you want. So now you're telling this man, I wanted you to come to me being a sexual Olympian. Now I want you to be that for just me and be a monogamous. When that wasn't his life before you met him. Hello.
Right. Hello.
Okay.
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
But now you want him to be this thing just for you. But keep in mind, you think like the typical woman. Other women want that too.
Yeah.
So here they are wanting your man. Right?
Mm-hmm.
Now here's men. Men, we value chastity. We not marrying hoes, although there are men that will. Simp suckers and people alike. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And no, not every woman's gonna be honest about her body count. But if you're someone that is wise, then you understand that a woman who was highly promiscuous in her activity can still be promiscuous when you're with her.
Yeah. Hello.
Hey, I didn't make this up. Don't get mad at me.
Checkmate.
Another one.
Hello.
You know, so men, we operate more of a we have more of a predictive behavior kind of thing when it comes. This is just how we analyze things. I mean, Zacchaeus, did I say anything that was wrong? I mean,
no.
You know, you go ahead and expound on that.
And reality too. This is another point I want to bring up. Sometimes, I would say a few times, most of the time, I would say a lot of times, these women that they don't value they have their self-worth is low. They don't value their peace at all because they just attracted to these type of dudes. After a while, they get older. And as you get older, all of a sudden now, the Pookies and Ray Rays are no longer you're no longer want to be with the Pookies and Ray Ray no more. You're worn out. You are worn. And all of a sudden now, when you're using a walker to get around and you're worn out and you're 59 years old talking about, I'm going to settle down now. Or I'm let's be reality. 49 years old talking about I'm going to settle down. And I'm with a whole lot of these. My kids are older now. Now I want a good man. Maybe I can find him in a church, or maybe I can find him somewhere. Maybe I could go online. And all of a sudden now, you're unwanted. You're worn. You've been through the battlefield. You put your body through the test. We're sleeping with all these wild dudes now. And now you're living alone. And now you have a desire to be with somebody, but at the moment in time when you was younger, you had opportunities to be with a person that was structured, be with a person that had integrity, be with somebody that wanted to have a family, settle down with you alone, and not use the term called boring all the time. Yeah. And as time goes on,
let's address that.
You realize, yeah.
Zacchaeus, let's address it. I'm gonna give the mic back to you.
Okay.
The woman talked about boring, right?
Yes.
Now, she was being facetious at the same time, speaking to the women's mentality that call a man boring. She was saying that the things that you deem boring are actually very valuable and sought after when a woman is wise, right? We got to keep in mind, unwise women have foolish wants. I'll say it again. Unwise women have foolish wants.
Wants, yeah.
Okay. So what happens is most men in the world are working, coming home, paying bills, and staying out of trouble. That's actually a statistical fact.
Yes.
What her surmise is in that video is women don't want those men, but they complain about the men that they are wanting, if that makes sense. So they want the opposite of that guy who's out there, who's what we talked about. The guy that, that women want, right? because not only you want him, everybody else want him, and you're competing for that man. You're like, oh God. Yeah, I think that's the thing that women forget. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So that man is a prize to you because he was a prize, so-called prize to everybody else. That's what you want. Right? So then now I want to say something about those men who are AKA not boring. Those men who women deem who are not boring have a short lifespan. Now, I don't mean necessarily like biologically, like they just die. I mean, they have a short lifespan with you. He'll be if he's your man, he'll be your man for 2 minutes. That's it. Right?
As far as he goes,
because he feels like, I can't just save all of this for one woman. Other women want me too. I need to stay out. I need to stay in the game. You know what I'm saying? So men like that play to win. You know what I mean? And they play with all of y'all.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you end up being the women later on saying, where all the good men go. And then when we put you in front of good men, you don't qualify for those men. Because like you said, Zach, they're already worn out past their prime, can't even emotionally connect to a man. They have nothing to offer.
Yeah.
Because they operated in chaos and they didn't know how to deal with a man.
Yeah, I'm gonna step up for a little bit. Hold on a second.
Yeah, go ahead. Yeah, turn the camera off. Yeah, so, ladies, I'm going to give y'all the game. Make sure you mute your mics. Well, I'll mute your mics, Zach. Here's the thing, ladies. I'm going to give y'all the game, right? Ladies, you give up yourself on being a target when you are sought after men that every other woman want because you feed the ego of the men who feel that they can get any woman that they want. They feel that way with you. They feel that way with others. And you got to stop giving that game away. A lot of y'all do that. And then y'all wondering why y'all end up with the men y'all end up with. It's not good. And the thing is, instead of being offended, we're actually trying to help you. This is not us demonizing you. A lot of women live in their own bubble in their own corners, but you need to understand what other women are doing too. You have to differentiate yourself. You have to delineate yourself from other women of the bunch so that you don't come in the appearance of the ones that, that have unbecoming behavior. Because when a man is choosing, a man not only just looks at you, he also looks at what surrounds you too. And what you surround yourself with, your mentality, that stuff matters. What is it that you think about? What is it that you agree with? What is it that you disagree with? If you want to get married, these are things in substance that you need that will build your substance, things that you need to know. Becoming more well-read as far as, learning some things that you can apply to your life, And so women got to understand is that you can't, you make yourself an easy target when you put yourself on a plate as food to a man that can order from a menu as large as Cheesecake Factory. That's what you women do for these men that y'all complain about. Y'all allow yourselves to be an item on a menu that he could just choose from. Y'all made it easy for him. And don't just take my advice. So there are many men out there who are doing things the right way. And what we're trying to do is point you in the direction of the good men. But guess what, ladies? You have to become what it is that you want. I'm not talking about money. We're not saying you got to have six figures to get with a man with 6 figures. But here's my thing about the 6-figure thing, right? Y'all so caught up in money. A lot of women vet money first, respect second.
That's stupid. Use your common sense.
You know what wise men do? We vet for respect first and everything else is second. There you go. Because we're not, go ahead, Zacchaeus.
Oh no, I'm sorry about that. Yeah.
Oh, go ahead.
You see, the women that are confrontational, argumentative, and so they have some women that say they don't want to they want a good man, and they got some women that say this too, that there's no good men out there. They say there's no good men out there. Those are the women basically that they weren't raised to know what a good man is. So, and they get bad examples of what a good man is. They think a good man is a man that is flashy, has all the money, just have it all and not being himself and being or being a simp, a pleaser, always running to her beck and call. No. And they get it all wrong. What a good man is. They get it all wrong. The misconception of what a good man is. It's all wrong. It's all wrong. And when they meet men with integrity, men that are decent and want to settle down, they become disrespectful, argumentative, confrontational. They pick fights with him, and this is what makes them alone. They pick fights, argumentative, and man with integrity don't want to deal with that. Man that has that's structured and wants peace in his life don't want that. Don't want that. You may look pretty, may look beautiful, nails did pretty, sexy looking, and you wonder why they're still single. Sexy and all that, but you wonder why they're still single. You're like, dang, oh wow, you're single? You'd be like, you're single? Huh? It's character, the confrontational, fussy arguments, and it's nothing and I'm talking about all women. That's like some women across the board. Now, this is not everybody. This is some. We always say some, not everybody. And they wonder why that is still online, searching, because the person that you see right there that did approach you wanted to settle down. He wanted to make a family. He had a desire to make a family, wanted to settle down, but you wanted the Mr. Pookie hanging around the block, hanging around the way with the flashy car, or you wanted the simp to run after you, the beck and call, and think that's the idea, man, that you want. And it goes back to this too, Fifth. Yeah. They didn't want to follow no godly principles, so this is where the confusion comes in. They don't want to follow that. So they say it's old school, it's played, it's old. They don't want to follow that. So therefore, they this is where they run into problems, because they don't follow the principles and the Bible. So they come with their own way of thinking about how a man should be, how he should be, and how he should cater to me, and how he should give me what I want at any time I want, and how he should go and splurge on shopping sprees with his money, go on lavish vacations, get fancy, sit in his fancy car, and he pleases me anytime he gives me what I want, and they're waiting for a man like that. They're Superman like that. They're waiting for a super well, I say super simp, but anyway, they're waiting for their man like that, but they're waiting. And then they realize as time goes by that, wait a minute, where is he? Where is he? He's not coming. He's not coming. They're looking. Where is he? Where am I going to get where is he? Where is he? Then they're looking at some of their friends that's getting married, settled down, and they're still asking, where is he? Where is he? I'm 40 years old. And you're going to stay 40, and guess what? And you will, with a thought, thinking like that, you will stay single.
You know, let's go to the boring thing again, right?
Yeah.
So let's put that on a woman, right?
Yeah.
Let's put all those things she described on a woman.
Yes.
Give me a boring woman then. I'll take a boring woman. I'll take me a woman who's not in the streets and feeling like she got to be outside every day, being a city girl, works, and comes home, cooks dinner and all that, puts on her favorite TV show, snuggles under her blanket with her warm socks on. Give me a woman like that. I ain't got no problem with that. As a matter of fact, I welcome women like that. Let me go ahead and see, I can't even. I'm trying to get the bomb ready on this, but for some reason this ain't coming up. But you know what I'm saying? Give me a woman like that. You know what I mean?
Exactly. Hello. A woman
give me a woman. Give me a woman like that. I'll take that. I mean, it's not boring to me, but the point is that's what they call boring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Ain't nothing boring about that. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You know, but see, that's the thing. Well, because a wise, intelligent, smart woman is exciting for me. A woman who is intellectually sound, knows how to read the room when she walks into it, knows when to listen when it's time to listen, knows when to speak when it's time to speak. Because knowing when to knows when to observe is what I really mean. You know, knows when it's time to give wisdom and edify and expound. You know what I'm saying? Give me that woman. Other women would call that woman boring. So that's the thing. You ain't no saving nobody here, because even other women call out women like that. That's crazy.
Yeah.
You know that, but that's unfortunate though.
Yeah.
Because other women would call women that. You know what I'm saying? You know, you'd be surprised how unfortunate that is. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I mean that. Look, you know, it's a shame, because it's like this. There are many things that we could be doing that we should be doing, right? As a collective, in terms of how we're gonna build communities and fix these problems that we got. You know what I'm saying? And we're not gonna fix it always trying to figure out what the other person is gonna do for us. What are you doing? You know? What are you doing? As a wise woman, which I put up there, I wouldn't say pedestalized, but definitely going to put you up there more than a woman who's not wise, is that you do understand that you're an adult in this world. You do understand that you yourself, that you have a purpose, right? That you have a role in society, you know? And when you're coming with a humble spirit, that is the seed that you're sowing. And you will reap a harvest. You know what I'm saying? Within that. You know, fellas, you know, one of the things that the Bible does, I mean, many things the Bible does, but one of the things that I want to pinpoint that the Bible does, the Bible actually does instruct us on what kind of woman to get. I had a woman once ask me, well, does the Bible instruct the women that, does the Bible instruct tell women what kind of man to say yes to? Yeah, it does.
It does. Yes.
It does. The Bible speaks to both men and women.
Men
a lot
and
of
women,
times
yes.
in the King James version, you'll see man this, man that, but in the Hebrew language and some of the old language and the Dead Sea Scrolls, man sometimes just means mankind. You know what I'm saying? But there are things that are specific to men and specific to women that God speaks to. Right, as far as what we should do, and there are many things that the Bible says about what men should be. When the Bible says a double-minded man is unstable in all his ways, he was talking about men and women.
Yes.
But when the Bible says men love your husbands as wife as Christ loved the church, he's talking just two men.
Two men. Yes. Mm-hmm.
You know, so they are specifics, but they are things that is just, you know, instructive for the both of us. And if a woman wants to know that, then all she has to do is read the things that God told the man to do and what to instruct, and then that'll let you know, ladies, that's the kind of man that you should be giving your time to. Okay,
Yes.
fellas, there are a lot of things that the Bible says that men should do when they come into encounters with certain type of women. We know that because the scripture says that it's better to live on a roof than to be with a contentious woman. That's very specific.
Yes.
So God is basically instructing men to not be with chaotic women. And ladies, God doesn't want you with chaotic men. So it goes both ways. So one of the things that I like that the Bible says that a prudent woman is from the Lord.
Amen. Yeah. Yes.
Now people have to know what prudence is, right? Because it doesn't necessarily say it, but I'm gonna read the definition of prudent, right? Because that woman in the beginning was not prudent. Any woman who has the mentality that she has, that's not a prudent woman.
No, absolutely not.
So prudent is acting with, according to the dictionary Oxford, acting with or showing care and thought for the future. It gives an example. No prudent money manager would authorize a loan without first knowing its purpose. Wow. The scripture talks about a prudent woman before the Proverbs 31 woman.
Yes.
Right. So you got to be prudent. You got to be prudent before you're a virtuous woman. But you could be virtuous. But you could be virtuous. This is what I feel like the Bible's saying, right? The Bible's basically saying that a virtuous woman is a prudent woman, and a prudent woman should be virtuous.
To be virtuous.
I'll say it again. A virtuous woman is a prudent woman. A prudent woman should be virtuous. Okay, so men, those are the things that you should look for from my believers.
That's right.
And women, right. For the men that you're looking for, because the Bible does say that a man, it's very specific. I mean, even though things are both to men and women, but there are things that are to men. You don't get with a person who's double-minded.
No. Remember, unstable in all his ways. That's right.
Exactly. And you do get with a man who could take care of himself and his family. I mean, what's that scripture that says that a man, I don't know if it's in either in Timothy or Titus. Let's see.
A man leaves inheritance for his children's children.
Well, that one too. Read that one. A wise man leaves an inheritance. Yes.
Yes. Yes.
Here we go. Yeah, I was half right. In 1 Timothy 5:8, it says, anyone who does not provide for their relatives and especially of their own household has denied the faith and is worse than an unbeliever. Okay. Other scriptures say worse than an infidel. An infidel is a unbeliever. Okay. So here's what I mean by provide, right? Ladies, provide doesn't mean trips to the Maldives and Birkin bags. No, that's not biblical provision. That is abundance, but that's not biblical provision. We're talking about the basic necessities. That's what we're talking about. Okay, so at least start with that, ladies. You know what I mean? Don't get with a man who can't take care of himself. At least start with that. Zacchaeus, you got something to add to that?
The flashiness of some men flashing this and flashing that, and then they get fooled because they get fooled of what he has now, of what he possesses now. and they don't see the 5 years from now. They don't see the 10 years from. They don't see the future. All they see is the here and now, and that's what screws them up. Because let's face it, some people want to see the here and now. They like the trips to Dubai and the trips here and there, and they're leaning on the money. Remember I talked about leaning on the money instead of leaning on the longevity, character, and building with the biblical principles. They call it old school. They call it play it out, and they get there, and they live in this delusional world that the Superman is gonna come and swoop them up their feet and give them all these things, and then come to realize that it was all a smoke screen.
You know what, Zacchaeus? I want to say this last thing, and then we got to get out of here, right? I'm gonna let you close it out. What are the signs that you're with a woman who's quote unquote not boring, right?
Yeah.
Well, I want fellas to understand something. I mean, fellas who went into the fast life, this doesn't apply to you because you don't care, right? But for the wise dudes out there, right? So here's the sign. One of the things that I've learned about women as I get older, I'm almost 40 years old, right? Women typically around this age want to kind of like slow down a bit. But women who are younger than that, they're thinking about the present. They're not thinking about the future. They don't think about retirement. These are not some things that they think about. So they always want to be out, quote unquote, outside all the time, right? That means they're spending money or they got somebody tricking off on them, right? They usually don't have nothing to save. I notice a lot of them have bad credit too. You know what I'm saying? They have a lot of debt, because they just spend before they even earn their money. You know what I'm saying? And one of the things that, ladies, y'all got to understand something. A man cannot operate like you, because a man, especially if he wants to have a family, we think a little different. Our whole thing is we work hard now so that we can celebrate on the back end. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because a lot of times I run into women who did a lot of travel, a lot of spending, got a lot of clothes, but then they don't have nothing to show for it. That is not a woman who's thinking or caring about legacy.
No, not at all. Not at all.
You know what I'm saying? Typically, I find that women who buy homes before they get married, they tend to live a little different, because they understand that they now have a net worth now. You know what I'm saying? They have something that they are responsible for. And I feel like when women hold things to themselves that they're responsible for, they become a little more wise in the way they do things. They kind of watch their money a little better because they know, hey, if I don't pay this, I'm gonna lose this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But a woman who always has this, there's a man out there that'll save me when things get bad. That is not a responsible woman.
Right.
You don't want that.
Yep.
You don't want that. And ladies, I'm gonna hold the men accountable too. A man who always has an emergency blanket, that's all right. I'll just ask my mother and my father for money. That ain't a man you should be with.
No, not at all.
Men, we understand that nobody's gonna save us. We're men.
Right.
Nobody is gonna save us. We have to hunt, kill our prey, and eat it.
Yes. And it's true. That's a fact. Yeah. That's a fact. Yes.
There's not going to be a soft life or an easy life for us. And secondly, ladies, a man who's always spending his money all the time, he won't be able to retire early. Or at least retire on time. The whole point, you at least retire. You got to do things right in this world just to retire on time. Right, Zacchaeus?
Amen to that. That's a fact.
So anything outside of that disrupts that goal.
if you're spending money on brand name stuff, spending you're paying $1,300 a month car notes, you're going on lavish trips, taking you're taking your pension money or whatever you do, or your money that you take 401k, and you're blowing it on women that are expensive, and you're blowing it on just splurging your money and spending it foolishly. And when the latest stuff comes out, you gotta get it. It's like you're doing it all wrong. There's people that do that, and you never hear them talking about investments. You never hear them saying that, well, I'm doing this to build a future. You never hear them doing anything like that because they're with someone that mentally they don't think that way. They're for the here and now. Like, they got some women like that. They got some men like that. They're for the here and now. They wanna show off. They don't mind spending $1,400 a month for a car note. They don't mind buying a shirt a simple shirt for $200 for a shirt, or spending $200, $500 for recently $500 for a pair of sneakers, just to say that you got it.
Yeah.
And they're the same ones that tomorrow mornings turn around and they be asking you for money because you have structure, because you have principles. They be asking you for money. They be like, yo, man, you got 10 till I get paid again, man. You got $20 I could borrow, man, till I get paid again. Nah, man, it's this girl, man. I mean, I went out with her, man, and I spent $1,000 in 2 hours, man. I went to the Broadway play. Those who live in New York. I went to the Broadway play. Then I went to she had to pick out the most expensive restaurant. Went there, and then we went, man. Then I had to spend. She went on a shopping spree, and like in 2 hours, 5 hours, I blew $1,000 with her. These are the type of dudes that they don't think, they just. And then when it comes to their future, man, it's like a blur. They don't think about 5 years from now. They're thinking about now, the here and now. They got men like this, and they got women like this. The here and now. And these are the same type of women that want the man with the bag. Oh, he has to have the bag. He has to have the bag. Well, lady, let me ask you something. How you wearing your clothes? Well, who did your hair? Who did your nails? It had to be you did it. It wasn't the man with the bag that did it. You did it, because I've heard videos of women saying that I can't date him. He can't date me unless he can pay for my nails and hair. Contentious woman. Bible talks about it. Yeah.
I want to read these lyrics real quick, some of it.
Yeah.
This is from a poet. I missed the old version of this, brother. But a poet by the name of Kanye West. He has a song called All Falls Down.
Oh, yes. All
and
falls down. Yeah.
And this was his this is I think his second verse. And he says, man, I promise, I'm so self-conscious. That's why you always see me with at least one of my watches, rollies and Poshas, and drive me crazy. I can't even pronounce nothing past that Versace. Then I spent $400 on this just to be like, you ain't up on this. And I can't even go to the grocery store without some ones that's clean and a shirt with a team. It seems we live in the American dream, but the people highest up got the lowest self-esteem. The prettiest people do the ugliest things for the road to riches and diamond rings. We shine because they hate us, flaws because they the greatest. We trying to buy back our 40 acres. And for that paper, look how we all stoop. Even if you in the Benz, you still in a coupe.
Cool. Mm-hmm. Hello.
I know he said this years ago, but even those lyrics hold him accountable today, because the very thing that he rapped about was prophetic in his own life, and now he seems to be on the opposite side of that end. Even Kanye West is not exempt from his own lyrics. And I'm saying that for people out there, this is not a flex. Okay? In the dating game or not in the dating game, this is not a flex. Right? All right? So what they call boring is really just being smart, wise, considerate, fiscally responsible, and objective. That's my final thought. Zacchaeus, let them know where they can reach you, man.
You can reach me on Instagram, Zacchaeus Music on Instagram. Also, Instagram, Wayne Backus Gospel on Instagram. Also on Facebook at Wayne Backus 167 on Facebook. Also on TikTok, Wayne Backus Street on TikTok. Yes.
Yeah. We may have to start the I Am Boring campaign, because, you know, I hate that they use things that are positive in men and women, because there are men and women that are very positive in this situation, that in that video where they said that, you know, the woman said they called the man boring. There are women who would be called boring as well. And I'm telling you, ain't nothing wrong with being so-called boring. Okay? I'm boring. Proud of it.
Likewise.
Still, and I have my, like, you live longer, okay?
Yeah.
Okay? So
Boring.
I'll take the boring woman. That's a woman I ain't even got to worry about.
Exactly. Hello. That's a woman you want to marry.
Okay.
A boring woman, okay?
That's boring women. Let me tell you something. Ladies, understand that woman also described a peaceful man. So a boring man, by definition of the things that she mentioned, values his peace and is a peaceful man. So by that, you want a woman who is boring too, quote unquote, because she's peaceful. Yeah, and that's what you should settle for. Good settle. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm done because we running over time. Y'all can reach me at the Fifth General. I'm on TikTok. Fifth General TV is the tag for TikTok. All right. This was another episode of Mrs. Z and Fifth. Once again, rest in peace, Ricky Haddon.
Yes. Rest in peace. Condolences.
Rest in peace. Family. Condolences to him and his family.
Yes.
All right. And that's all I got to say with that. We're gonna get out of here. Peace and God bless. See y'all next time, man.